fight her.
Oh, big right hand! One punch! That is it! Forget about the count. It is over!
Hi, I'm Susie from Women's Fight News, and today I'm here with British boxer Hollie Towl, who is 17 years old and 1-0, and her coach Chris Boyle, who trains Hollie out of Worksop in Nottinghamshire. So thank you both for joining me today. And how are you?
We're good.
I'm good, thank you.
And I understand you just come from training?
We have
Yeah,
to
we
come
just
from
came.
training. I've just dropped her off, so she's at home now. She'll be having a nice cup of tea, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
So, Chris, I understand you've trained Hollie since she was 10 years old.
Yeah.
So, Hollie, what made you get into boxing at such a young age?
Well, my mum's mate used to go to Chris's training gym, and she told my mum about it, and my mum wanted me to join. So I did a few PTs with Chris, and I really enjoyed it. And then I ended up doing an academy session, and that didn't end up going very well, because it was a really tough session, and I ended up leaving halfway through, and then I stayed off for like a week, and then I ended up coming back because I enjoyed doing the boxing bit, so I carried on doing the PTs for quite a while until I felt more confident in myself doing the academy sessions, and then it just went from there, to be honest.
I understand you've gained lots of awards and won lots of competitions in your amateur days. So could you tell me more about your amateur career?
Well, I won the five-time national championship. I can't remember what else I've won. Yeah, you can say it.
So, because Ollie's rubbish at these things, but Ollie she's a back-to-back, so it's not just a 5-time national champion, she's a back-to-back 5-year national champion. So she's won the nationals from schools, which is the first one to start off at, well, mine was actually, and then she went right up to youth, and she won it at youth back-to-back, so that's every year, 3 different weights. So she's a multinational champion, amateur-wise. That's on that bit. Then she's won every box cup, I think about 4. She's won Esca Box Cup, which is in Ireland. She's won all Box Cup in all, and you've won anything others? Oh, you've won the Winter Box Cup, England Boxing Winter Box Cup and all, haven't you?
Yeah.
I think that's the Box Cups, isn't it? And then you're the current belt holder, aren't you, of where you were when you finished amateurs. You was a England national titleist, weren't you, at lightweight?
Yeah.
And I think that's it. She's won everything, there's nothing else left to win, Susie. That's it. She's won everything.
I was going to say, you're listing them off. You're going to miss some because she's won everything.
Literally,
Too many to name.
You know what, though? That back-to-back national title, Susie, that is something that is very, very special to do that. You don't just do that to win it every year back-to-back. It's a big thing. And she's done that, so she deserves mass credit. She's a huge talent. She really is.
So is that why, Hollie, you've gone pro so young? Because you've won everything in amateurs, and you want to everything that you could up to the point, and you think it's a time to move to pros?
Yeah, I thought, me and Chris both thought that we might as well go turn pro, because there's nothing really else that we can do to carry on enjoying it.
How old were you when you went? Because were you 16 when you went pro?
Yeah.
And you're 17 now.
Yeah, I was
Yes.
17 the other day. Yeah.
Young.
Yeah.
And so, how did your pro debut go?
It went good. Yeah, it just went. Did everything that I needed to do, and I thought that I did very well, to be honest, for my first fight.
Did exceptional. She boxed a good girl as well. So she boxed Jamie Bates, who was experienced. She's a current title holder, and she boxed her and beat her over fight. It was a 6-round fight. And she stopped her in 5th with a cut, but it was good. It was a real good bout for her, and she boxed beautiful. You'd have to watch it to see how well she boxed, but she boxed brilliant.
So I was reading a write-up about it actually, and the person writing up was saying how impressed they were actually, and it was a shame that it stopped when it did because it was really going well.
Yeah.
You know.
Go on,
And in terms of boxing style, how would you describe Hollie's boxing style?
Hollie she's a Mike Tyson style fighter. Her hero is Mike Tyson, and it's my hero anyway. So it bonded quite well, coach and boxer, because I like to teach that and she likes to do it. So it works well. But she's a pocket fighter. So once she gets close to you, she's devastating. She's top and bottom, head and body, and she finishes you if she gets you. You know what I mean? She's a great finisher. She's a lovely boxer, skillful, but she's sometimes, I tell her off a little bit because she's sometimes a little bit too eager to get in. Because when she's in, and she knows that. And I think she knows when she's got somebody, she's got them. But she sometimes rushes that. So at the minute, we're just trying to learn a little bit, just to slow it back a little bit, take time with them. When she does get them, then take the time. But at the minute, she's a little bit too eager, but she's devastating body puncher, and then go upstairs to edge. She's clever, very clever fighter. Tyson female.
That sounds good. Sounds like a fan favourite kind of style.
She is that, definitely.
So plans for the future then? What's next?
What's next? She's got. We should have been boxing that Lionesses show, but obviously COVID's causes that many problems with it. That should have been this Saturday, actually, November 21st in Aberdeen. That were on Fight TV, a good show. It were a big show, and all Denise Castle headlining it. It was WBC champion at minimum weight, so we had that one. That's been put back now. We ain't got a new date for that. We're hoping it's December, so we're just waiting for that to be rescheduled. And then once we get that out of the way, then we're just full steam red. But it's just a case of learning into it, because she's a great amateur and she's got everything needed. But what we need is patience and timing, and that's all we need. And if we get that right, then I've said from start with, I've told everybody knows what I say about Hollie. She will be a world champion before she's 21. She'll get there before 21. So she'll beat Mike Tyson's record because she'll do it before him, and she will. She's ever so special, is how I like to say Hollie is. She's very special in many ways, but in the boxing way, she's very special.
So, is there anybody you want to particularly target? Is there a target, or is it just a case of, like you say, just take it step by step, and just because Hollie's so young, just learn and learn until you get the opportunities?
Yeah, I mean, we'll take as pro as Lee McAllister, and he knows what I think about her, and he's seen Hollie, so he understands how good she is. And it's just take a few fights. Let's just build her into a right weight, because with her being so young, we don't know what she's going to grow into at the minute. She's boxing at featherweight, but when she was an amateur, she was boxing at lightweight. So since she's become a professional, she's actually gone down in weight without wanting to go down. So it's been very weird, really. So we're just letting her body develop, let it grow to what it's going to be. And then when we know where we are when she's about 18, maybe 18 and a half, 19, then we'll have an idea where she'll be campaigning at, as in championship-wise. Do you see what I mean? So at the minute, it's just a case of just biding our time and then seeing where we are about 18 and a half.
And you briefly touched on COVID and how it's impacted on boxing, and how have you both kept motivated during the COVID and the unpredictability of the fights? I mean, the fact that it's been postponed and
been a nightmare, to be fair. It's been a disaster for everybody. I mean, I feel so sorry for thousands of fighters out there what aren't getting to fight. I mean, we're lucky we've actually been out and we've boxed on TV, so we're quite happy. You know, we've had a payday and we've done a good job. Whereas there's thousands what haven't. So we're happy about that. But this show, we were so looking forward to it, and it's such a big show, and then now it's put back. It's disappointing, but it's like we speak, we train every day. We have 2 days off, that's all, but they're only half days. So we just keep it lively. You know, no training days the same. They have a full board to do at the gym, what's set out every day. They come in, they do the work, and then they know what they're doing daily. You see, same as when you spoke to Nicola, they're very regimented, but they kind of like don't have time to drop off a plane. You see what I'm saying? Because they're always on it. So it's just a case of just keeping them motivated, isn't it? Because we don't know what's happening, positive or negative. So let's hope that something positive comes out of this, and then it's something else to jump to, isn't it? So that's where we are, really. Ollie's quite positive anyway. She's quite happy-go-lucky. She loves boxing. So as long as you're teaching her something, she's not one of these just wants to come in and hit a bag. She wants to be shown why I'm hitting that bag and why I'm hitting them pads in that way and what we're doing it for and what's it leading to. So as long as you're teaching Ollie, she's like your best student ever. But she's like a math student who was an Einstein, but then she's no good at maths, but she's good at boxing. So she's like the Einstein of boxing, Ollie. So she just wants to learn. So she's a great student for that.
And Hollie, who's been your boxing inspirations? You know, from obviously you've been in it since you were 10, so it could be that you've had someone since you were 10 or it's changed. Who are your inspirations?
Like Chris said, I do like watching Mike Tyson, and I also like watching Lomachenko. I think he's got a great style. I really enjoy watching him. I just like the way he works in the ring and how he just everything about it, to be honest.
And also, it's been quite interesting watching following you on social media. In fact, there's a group of you, isn't there? Because I obviously follow Nicola and yourself, Chris, and everyone. And I've been watching that you've done the 6-minute lockdown challenge.
Oh God, yeah, that was funny. you know what was best about that too was if Ollie and Nicola, right? Ollie and Nicola, since they've been in the gym, have always been so competitive because they're both real high-level elite amateurs. And so, honestly, we did that blindfold boxing and we did the body sparring bit. Everything was good till then. Skipping was fine, the pads was fine, the bags was fine. And we put them in body sparring and I thought, this is only going to go one way. Because even blindfolded, they can find each other. So Elliot was just like sticking on outside of ropes, just boxing on the outside, and them two are like magnetised towards each other, even blindfolded. So it was a good sport to watch, but they're just crazy, them pair. Proper. They really are.
I did see some of that little bit of those two going for it, actually.
Honestly, I'll have to send you one of their spars. Their spars
we get competitive.
Yeah, that would be good. It'd be good to see.
They're both playing weightlifting now, so it's good. Good sparring.
Oh, it's good. It's always good to have a bit of competition, isn't it? When you know.
Massively, yeah. And Nicola's, nobody's as competitive as Nicola. Nicola wants to play Monopoly and win. So when you're boxing there, no, she does. And when you're boxing there, she's got to be like there, which is a bit. I always say this to people about going off the subject from Ollie to Nicola, but Nicola is a born winner. Do you know what I mean? She's not know anything else, so she has to win everything. So if you've got somebody who's technically great, like Ollie's technically great, but Nicola's just a winner. So it's a right good combination when you get them sparring. Brilliant combination, honestly.
And apart from boxing, have you got any other passions outside of boxing? Any other hobbies and things you like to do?
Not really. I just spend a lot of time with my family and friends. Just spend time with them and just enjoy my life, to be honest.
That's nice. So it's boxing and family and
family, yeah.
Nice.
Mhm.
Right, well,
they're just about to go on to be like, I've just got them both, Ellie and Ollie, I've just got them signed up as apprenticeships in gym. So they'll be learning how to coach and that as well at minute. Under apprenticeship starts in December. So that'll be something different for them. They're good anyway. Like they help me now, but it's just so they can get a bit of extra money and get a qualification as well, besides whilst they're doing the pro training, isn't it? So that's what they'll be doing soon.
Actually, I was talking to Nicola about how you've got quite a few younger ones in the gym as well. So
Yeah.
that's quite nice. So it's helping with the younger ones as well. I guess that's good experience and helping with them.
It's really good because when we've got these three now. We've got obviously the three girls we've got. We have other girls and all, but the three ones that's obviously made it at the minute is obviously Ellie, Nick, and Ollie, and they've grown through. And then we've got my daughter, who's Lex. She's a box cup champion, and she's a bit like Nick, not like Nicola. She's a little bit like Ellie style, tall and rangy. And then you've got Scarlett, another girl, she's same age as Lex, and she's like Hollie style. And then you've got another girl called Sydney, who's like Nicola's style. So it's really weird because we've got three different style girls at the top, and then we've got three girls coming through who are exactly the same styles, but coming underneath them. So it could be just like a duplicate in years to come. It's brilliant to see. They're really lucky. They're really lucky they've got him, aren't they? They really are. Really lucky. And they love him to bits, so it's a good thing all round, isn't it?
It's so nice to see all the talent coming through now, more and more girls getting into it. It's just so nice.
Females that, you know what, people tell you, and a lot of coaches will tell you this, Susie, but females are an absolute dream to train because they're driven, they're motivated, they don't want to do the minimum, they want to do the maximum, and they listen to everything. I don't know what it is, it's strange, but because the lads are so eager just to go and do it, they make mistakes when they go and do it, don't they? Where girls are a little bit more calculated. They like to see what they're doing and why they're doing it, and let's have a little look at it. They're a bit more better at planning, aren't they? So they're a dream to coach, girls are. They really are. I'm not just saying it because you lot are in front of me and you can punch me from the screen, and Ollie can punch me tomorrow and she does punch me. But you are a dream. They're a different animal to teach, I think, personally.
Good. That's good because you've got so many of them that you're coaching.
I'm bullied, aren't I? I'm bullied and
outnumbered. Well, it's been really good to speak to you both, and it's been really good to know more about Hollie and learning about the future and what the future holds, because it sounds exciting. So with what Chris is saying, and that you want to watch for the future.
Yeah.
So I can't wait. Let's hope you get back in the ring next month.
Hopefully next month. We'll let you know what date when we get it, and we'll send you all details on that. Ollie will never sell us then. That's why I need to sell her, because she's so like humble, which is how you need to be, and I tell her that. But honestly, Susie, I'm telling you, this girl is different. She's going to be different. And everybody in amateur scene, all amateur coaches, I mean, we've been sparred the best, and the best coaches have said what I've said. So it's not just me saying it. They see something different in her as well. She is different. She will go all the way, but it's just time and patience, isn't it? So we just need a little bit of time, a little bit of patience. People not to try and rush her, because she is young and she's learning. And then she will go to the top. And you put your money on that. You can buy yourself a house. Get some money on it. On Hollie Towl.
Sounds like a good bet.
I'm putting mine on it. She's my retirement, so she better do it.
Brilliant. Well, thank you very much, Chris and Hollie. Thank you.
Thank you.
No worries. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you later. See y'all.
Bye. Bye.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please click like now and subscribe. You can also follow me on Twitter and on Instagram. Thank you. Bye.